Sphere. Hi, Kate.
Hey, Siafa. Hey, Jim. Good morning. We've got a lot to talk about in the weather department. Two next weather alert days in the 7-day forecast, Thursday and next Monday. Thursday for storms, Monday for heat. So if you're tired of this gloomy January-like pattern we've been stuck in, well, get ready. A big swing is about to happen, and by next week, we may be hoping for some of this cooler weather to come back. Let's talk about what's happening outside right now. We're going to look at temperatures outside right now, and we're starting off the morning at about 63 degrees. That's where we've been all day in Philadelphia. Temps haven't dropped much. They haven't risen much either, thanks to the cloud cover in place. Our high yesterday was only 67, so we've only dropped to about 4 degrees from yesterday. I do want to put on our cloud layer as well, and you can see pretty much the entire region blanketed with clouds. We have had low clouds and some areas of locally dense fog as well this morning. Now that's going to start to mix out the fog, but we are still going to see the clouds for most of the day. The farther south you go, the better chance I think you'll have of seeing a little bit of sunshine later on this afternoon. But then later this evening, we've got another line of showers and storms to contend with. So kind of a trade-off there. Visibility for right now, the worst, Atlantic City up toward Toms River. We're also seeing some locally dense fog in those normal areas, the valleys here in western Chester County, also in the Poconos, back to a full 7 miles, or at least a decent 7 miles in Philadelphia. So what to plan for? Fog today and tomorrow morning, some spots with visibilities below a half a mile. Tomorrow and Thursday, the heat starts to ramp up. Scattered storms Wednesday and Thursday with the greater risk for severe weather on Thursday. That has prompted a next weather alert. Friday is nice to start summer, but then a heat wave begins this weekend, peaking Monday and Tuesday of next week when highs could approach 100. Coming up, I'll break down just how hot it's going to get, and we'll time out those storms. Let's send it over to Kim this week, Jim. All those heat tips, loose-fitting, light-colored clothing, the sunscreen, the water. Not today, though. Today is the last cool day of really this next stretch. Today, temperatures staying on the cool side. It's not going to feel that cool, though, because it is humid outside. So even though temps are below average, it's not crisp. It just feels dreary. And you can see we're starting the day once again with clouds and fog. But even though it has been kind of miserable here over the past several days, I think by the time we get to maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, a lot of us are going to be like, let's go back to the June gloom because it is hot. We have a massive heat wave starting this weekend. A couple of our cameras have kind of fallen off the map here, but I can show you at least Ocean City and Stone Harbor. You can see the clouds in place. We've got gray skies out there right now. And as we go through today, tonight, tomorrow, it's starting to warm up. So we have a warm front lifting across our region today, and it's going to set up shop just north of the city. I do think most of the day is cloudy. Maybe we see a few late day breaks of sun, but not quite enough to get temperatures back to normal, which is about 84 degrees this time of the year. A band of showers and storms will roll through tonight, likely between about 8 p.m. and midnight. And then tomorrow, we see that warm front lift farther enough to the north that we get more sun back. And that's going to allow temperatures to get to the upper 80s. Humidity stays very high tomorrow, so it'll feel like the 90s. And then we've got scattered afternoon thunderstorms. A level 1 marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow, but then a stronger risk on Thursday as a cold front comes through. So you can kind of see where this warm front is. It's just off to the south here. It's trying to activate north, and you can see some clearing over northern Virginia and West Virginia and parts of Delaware, maybe South Jersey. We'll get into some of that clearing later on today. Much of the region will stay locked in the cloud cover. That warm front, you can kind of see it extending right here. That's going to lift north tomorrow, allowing the heat and humidity to begin surging in. And then the cold front comes through on Thursday, and that will bring our greatest risk for severe weather this week. So today, most of the day is cloudy. Look at like 3, 4 o'clock. You can see a few breaks here, maybe Delaware County, the state of Delaware, South Jersey, and then late tonight, or later this evening, I should say, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Still light out this time of the year at that time, 8:30. You can see some scattered rain and thunder move on through. Tomorrow, more sunshine. We will see some morning fog. So depending on how quickly the fog mixes out, that's going to determine just how hot it gets before storms start to fire up. But starting about 2:30, 3 o'clock, scattered storms will fire up here and there. That clears out. And then Thursday's even hotter, and the humidity is high as well. In addition, we've got a cold front, so we've got a lifting mechanism, and that's going to produce the threat for severe weather. Starting about 2:30 Thursday afternoon, storms are going to start to fire up, and any one of these could turn briefly strong or severe, with damaging winds being the biggest threat. Once that clears, we usher in slightly cooler and drier air for Friday, and I got to tell you, Friday is the day. Circle it on your calendar, nicest day of the forecast period, bar none. Here's that risk for Thursday, by the way, a slight risk, which is a level 2 throughout our entire region. So for that reason, we have a next weather alert for Thursday afternoon. It's hot, it's humid, highs in the 90s, feeling like upper 90s. and those damaging winds likely with storms in the afternoon and evening. Then another next weather alert, and this is for early next week, Monday, and I've extended it now into Tuesday. Both of these days look to feature dangerous heat, highs in the upper 90s. We could even approach 100 on the temperature, and feels like temperatures, heat index values well into the triple digits. The heat just building. So we get that little buckle here Friday. It's a little bit better. And then look at this. We are off to the races. Big Bermuda high pumping in this heat. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly even Thursday and Friday of next week. The heat is on, and we're going to be wishing to go back to that cool January pattern we've been talking about. So again, storms Thursday, it's a hot one. Friday looks great. Not bad Saturday, a little on the hot side, but not as hot as it's going to get. 97 Monday, and it may be even hotter by Tuesday. Kim, I'll